Hi everyone, welcome to my review of Buster Keaton's Battling Butler from 1926. Yes, we are back once again and finally here to talk about this film. And yes, once again going through the Master of Cinema, that set behind me. Of course, the first volume is this one here with the General, etc. Sherlock Jr. and Steamboat Bill Jr. and the one behind me, of course. I've been going through as well, and just really loving most of these Buster Keaton films, and he is becoming one of my favourite kind of filmmakers, at least on that list. And yes, once again there will be a spoiler warning on this discussion here. If you haven't seen this film, I simply recommend seeing it first and then coming back to this, and we can share our opinions on this film. And for all of that said, of course, let's dig into my brief thoughts. Yes, indeed, a very brief video here, just kind of going over my general thoughts on this film, and as always, providing a rating. But yeah, there's not much to say about this film, really, and I just want to kind of share my kind of first reaction to this, this piece of work, and I look forward to seeing it again, of course, just like every Buster Keaton film. And so yes, with all that said, let's dig into my fairly brief thoughts. Yes, I don't have too much to say about this, but I thought I'd review it anyway, and just give a general, kind of reaction to this film, kind of express my general feelings for this first time watch, and I look forward to, of course, in the future watching it again. But yes, we start off with this character of Alfred Butler, and of course played by Buster Keaton, and he is essentially this. He's part of this wealthy family, and he's pampered, and we see that in the first moments. And of course, his father though is not too proud of the son, and he doesn't really respect Alfred, and he's kind of generally Alfred's seen as an embarrassment to the family, and essentially the father tries to toughen this character up, and he sends him on this, or he recommends this kind of camping, fishing trip kind of thing, and out in the outdoors, of course. And he goes with his valet slash kind of assistant, kind of thing, Snitz Edwards, once again playing this kind of character, and he's in a few of the Buster Keaton films, and he's great in this film once again. Really adding a lot of warmth, and charm to this. He was in Seven Chances as well, that I saw, and that one. He was great in that, and once again, it's great to see him kind of pairing with Buster Keaton. He essentially is with obviously Alfred throughout most of the film, as we know, and it's just really a great addition to this film. And we have this first 15 minutes or so. I wasn't a massive fan of this. It was kind of a bit flat for my liking, but it was generally charming, and it sets up a few things quite nicely. The romance, of course, that kind of develops throughout the film, but it's set up here really nicely, I think. But yes, essentially Buster goes out, this character of Alfred, on this trip, and from there, he falls in love with this woman, and they kind of want to marry, and of course, the brothers though of this woman, do not approve of her marrying a weak, that's what it is, man. That's what it is in the film, and basically yes, just from there, he has to basically play this other character, this persona of this boxer, because of course Snitz Edwards, the valet, kind of lies, creates this lie for essentially saying, that Alfred is this seasoned, kind of skilled boxer, and of course we have this other boxer in the papers, and the same name, of course, being used, so it kind of fits in conveniently, although it does obviously add to the kind of struggles for Alfred, because he has to keep up this lie throughout the rest of the film, and until the very final moments, he is playing this other kind of character of a seasoned boxer, and it's just all unfolded from there. That is essentially the setup, and this romance, and Buster Keaton, of course, playing Alfred, and he tries to keep up this lie to everyone, really, other than the valet, and of course we have the actual battling Butler, being played by Francis McDonald, and he essentially kind of figures out things as well a bit into the film, and we have him and his partner, as well as Alfred and his partner kind of crossing paths, and all this stuff. A lot of hilarious moments in this film, and just kind of great circumstances that put Alfred into this this kind of setup here. And once again, just from the get-go, the cinematography to this film, stunning, and I love these transfers. They're so great. Of course, Master of Cinema, and it's just seeing this kind of fantastical feeling, kind of quality, but really crisp. These transfers are amazing, and seeing this was a real treat, and just the way in which the Buster Keaton once again directs this film, the framing is immaculate, and just the way in which this film flows as well. For the most part, after the first act, because I do have a few issues with that, and it's just generally not as kind of investing as the rest of the film. But after that, kind of first act, I think the framing and all this stuff, but the flow of the film, really is just so great, and it's so investing. This film kind of gets better and better, really, and more and more investing, and all these different scenarios that play out. Drama, romance, of course, and comedy, and this epic kind of set of sequences. Of course, at one point, Alfred is kind of sparring Buster Keaton, and this is one of the highlights. This kind of prolonged session where he's sparring, and it's just combining comedy with kind of thrills, and real visceral kind of feeling to this film. Of course, Buster Keaton, as we know, was kind of known for really kind of getting involved physically, and this is no exception. Really such impact to these kind of sequences, and him being throwing himself around all over the place, and it looks quite an ordeal, and just adds to this visceral feeling. And of course, in the end, though, the final act generally is so kind of genius, really, and at times, and I just love how we kind of have this actual sequence in the ring, and then right after that, the two butlers kind of meet, and they fight in this kind of in the locker room kind of thing, and we have this massive showdown between the two of them, and real hard-hitting kind of sequence here, and then the brothers seeing Alfred kind of taking on the real butler, and of course, essentially, he beats him, which is really just this ironic, kind of set of kind of moments here, and just the actual way in which this plays out. It's just so kind of genius. And of course, we have the woman as well that Buster Keaton falls for. Kind of saying, it doesn't matter that you lied. I'm glad that you're not a real fighter. So it all kind of wonderfully, I think, culminates in this final set piece, and of course the brothers go off, and just this wonderful kind of interactions between throughout, as I say, the valet, and of course Alfred, and I just love how it starts out, and they're all in this house, and here's this valet, and he goes on this whole kind of journey with Buster Keaton, his character, and of course the romance itself as well. I find really charming, and I did really love this kind of film at times. The romance, it's just really so well done, and I love the chemistry, and the acting, of course, throughout. It's great, and I just love this kind of very strange kind of setup, and this kind of course Buster Keaton's character trying to pretending to be this actual boxer, and in the end he does actually beat this boxer as well. So that's just kind of very kind of poetic, and kind of ironic, and it's really well done in the way it kind of sets it up, but it really gets going after the first 15-20 minutes, and I think the first 20 minutes I liked. Certainly I enjoyed quite a bit this film, but it really got going after that, and it was more investing, and just at times really stunning. So overall I do think this is a great film. I think the first act is not quite there, but it really the rest of the film is, and a fairly short film, of course. Most of these Buster Keaton films are very short, but it really is this kind of fairly big film in scope, actually, and just this journey we go on with Buster Keaton, and all these different characters. It's focused as well as being quite a few characters to kind of get to know, and we have just some hilarious moments, of course, of dialogue, even in the sense of the title cards, and the interactions between different characters, and just these scenarios, of course the actual boxing matches, and the sparring and all this, and just the irony of this. It really is quite genius at times, and just so investing. The actual fist fights, of course, the actual boxing in this film is stunning, and just the framing, the way in which just these impact, the impact of this kind of set of sequences, just the actual way in which, for example, Buster Keaton sells this, and he really kind of reacts to these hits, and it's just so well done. This is real kind of stunt work here, and just a real kind of way in which he's directing this film, acting in this film once again, and just wow, really something to behold. This film once again, showcasing this kind of talent of Buster Keaton and the charm of this actor as well, and how he was so kind of skilled, but so likable, and not doing it kind of in a strange way of kind of very restrained, kind of subtle acting, but the charm, the warmth of this actor is all there, and you can kind of get involved in it, and you can kind of just really enjoy once again this character he's playing, and kind of puts in this circumstance of kind of in this scenario of trying to have to live up to this boxer and kind of play this boxer throughout, and in the end kind of admitting to his love, that he is not actually a fighter, and kind of owning up, and there is this kind of sense of kind of progression for him, and realization that he doesn't have to lie anymore, and he shouldn't be lying, deceiving people, and it kind of pays off in that sense. So it's a really wonderful narrative at times, and I love the way in which this culminates. As I say, this is not really a film other than the first act, where there is a wasted scene in that sense, and all kind of the narrative momentum is always kind of there, and as I say, after the first act, and it's just a film that doesn't really waste its time in kind of developing different things, situations, and characters, and in the end, a real wonderful film this, and overall a great film from Buster Keaton once again, and I think it's not one of my favourites from Buster Keaton, but it is a great film, and I'd highly recommend this, and once again I look forward to seeing this again many more times in the future. So yes, my final rating for this film is a 90%, so yes, I really overall love this film. I think after the first act, this film just is stunning for the most part, and really an uplifting film. It's got these epic moments, of course, wonderful, once again, kind of choreography, that's the thing, and of course all these different moments of kind of action, these fights, and it is at its core, it's wonderful kind of love story, and I think there's this kind of realization that this character of Alfred has to kind of go through, this process of he doesn't have to lie, and he is in the end, he admits everything, and it really is a wonderful way in which this film culminates. It's epic, of course, and satisfying, and it really is uplifting as well, and just the moments, of course, right at the end between Buster Keaton and Sally O'Neill, of course the love interest in the film, it really is wonderful, and this warm, charming film, this, and this epic achievement as well, and I just love the way in which Buster Keaton kind of playing this character so well. These two different characters, yet one of the same, and it really is such a great film, this, and I'd highly recommend seeing this if you've not, and you're kind of skipping through here to see what my final verdict is, but I highly recommend this, and every Buster Keaton film, of course, that I've seen, I've been impressed with, and I think once again this is kind of, it's one of those films that put me in this kind of really uplifting mood, and this warm film, and warm fuzzy feeling, of course, and it's a beautiful film to look at. Wonderful visuals, the cinematography, as I say, is immaculate, and just this kind of dreamy effect, yet really razor sharp. This is so there is so much detail in this, of course, and the way it's been restored really is remarkable. Once again, master of cinema, really just delivering the goods, and I think once again, just a great Buster Keaton film, and I look forward to seeing this again. It's not one of my favourites so far, but I have loved pretty much all of these feature films, at least, that I've seen from Buster Keaton. Buster Keaton has been blowing me away, constantly, really, and I've seen a few of them now, and there's still a few left to see, and I look forward to, of course, all those. But I've had a great time going through these films, and as I say, as I've said before on the channel, I do plan on reviewing as much as I can, kind of, if I possibly can, review every single feature film that I see from Buster Keaton, and eventually I will be doing some kind of ranking, of course, no doubt, for Buster Keaton's films, his features at least, and just talking about him, in the future on the channel. So yes, that's my thoughts. First time watch, of course. What do you think of this film? Have you seen this? And if you have, it'd be great to hear your thoughts, and just comparisons to different Buster Keaton films would be great to hear, and just general experiences with watching this great director, of course, this actor, and real silent star, of course, as we know. So yes, it'd be great to hear. It'd be a pleasure to talk about Buster Keaton and his films, and of course all things cinema, as always. Just be great to hear your thoughts on film, and feel free to leave just some comments down below, and yeah, we can discuss cinema as always. So yes, as always, take care, and thanks for watching.